Did anybody find themselves during pandemic, like accidentally celibate? That's not an answer, is it? Yeah. Or are all the laughters answers? Like even for long stretches. I don't mean like the whole time, like longer than you'd enjoy. Oh, you just tell me. Just raise your hand. Just give me a... Oh, really? You were all... Not one? Thank you, honest friends. This story is for the two of you. And the rest of you are liars. Really, everyone? I have a lot of questions about that later. On New Year's Eve, I landed in Cairo for the first time. It's where I was with my mom. She was born there 75 years ago, and we have been waiting to go back. I've been waiting to go my whole life. She has been too. She had to leave when she was a baby because we're Jewish, and that story's not about this, but she was like our homecoming trip, just me and her. So we arrive on New Year's Eve. We're there for 2 weeks. It is like, if it's home, it feels like home. My whole life, people have been like, where are you from? Your face. And I'm like, I don't, here and there. But like Egypt. And there I was recognized. Like I had such recognition. Everybody was like, oh, you are Egyptian, yes? And I'm like, yes. We visited the synagogue where my grandparents got married. We had the experiences, my mom and I. We like bopped around Cairo. It felt like home. It was perfect. Week 2, we head to Upper Egypt, and we had signed up for this Nile cruise, which is a little bit... Are you Egyptian? Oh, you are? Oh, that's nice. It's nice there. So you know. Well, now I feel more shy. We go to... Okay. Upper Egypt, sweating, is... Tell me if I'm right. It's a little bit more conservative than Cairo. There's like a piety. Women are out and about, but not as much, right? My mom and I signed up to go on this Nile cruise. Picture like a bit of a scrappy White Lotus scenario, but still like very nice, let's be honest. This was a big trip for us. We're on a sailboat. There's 17 other guests. And the staff are so beautiful. And they're all men. So they're like serving you tea and cakes and ice cream and taking you on temple walks and desert hikes. And it's complete pleasure. You see, I can't look here anymore. I feel shy. Like, don't tell your family about the next part of the story. I'm having the trip of my lifetime, truly. My mom and I are kicking it on the Nile after a desert hike one day. One of the gentlemen who worked on the boat was like, hey, can you send me those photos you took? I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, that's nice. And so we exchanged phone numbers. I sent him the photos, and he texted me, you are very beautiful. I was like, we are engaged. Yeah. It's been a long pandemic for old Shaffer. But I was just like playing it cool because I'm like super cool. And I don't know how to deal with these. And then we have the courtship via eye contact. Do you remember this? Do you remember eye contact? There's no swiping. There's no, oh, where do you work? Oh, you live on the East End? Oh, yeah, I don't really go there. Oh, you work for the CBC, so does everyone. Like, Toronto's the living worst. On the Nile, we have the courtship through eye contact and very short conversations because we don't exactly speak the same language. So I'm like, are you married? He's like, no. I'm like, that's great. And he's like, do you like the Nile? I'm like, very much. Yes. Very much. He thinks I'm 23. That was a test, and you all failed. That felt rude. The lights are very bright, but also I'm 42, so it's not that. I'm just like, you're not looking that closely. He's 25, like a fresh newborn baby. Moses himself from the Nile. But I'm like, whatever, it's the Nile. So the courtship continues. We have the eye contact. I'm not telling my mom this, Because it's just like we're having our nice time. And then he texts me, I want to relax with you. I was like, now you know. Yeah. I was like, well, I like relaxing. But I didn't come prepared. I didn't have condoms with me. I was on a trip with my mom, and they'd been off my packing list for a while due to said pandemic celibacy. I had like a lot of anti-aging skincare, but like no condom. And I'm like, how is this even gonna work? We're on the boat. It is not allowed. He can't be, this is not like a cool like dirty dancing scenario. I mean, it kind of is. But like, it's not like just frowned upon. It's like this beautiful person will lose his job. And I can't be this elder, like, you know, being the cause of that. So we have these like beautiful little like make-out moments on my last night on the boat. Everybody's the whole like White Lotus crew. Nobody got murdered. Everybody's like partying downstairs below deck. And so we go above deck and like find moments. And I'm like, isn't there like a secret fucking room somewhere? You've worked on the boat for like a dozen years. Isn't there like a little latch or I don't know what you got going on down here? He said, yes, there are. They're all filled with men. And I was like, oh my God, this boat. Like, it just keeps giving. And I was like, oh yeah, that's so awkward. Oh my God, it was so great. But of course I couldn't take him to my room. That would not be, like, it was too risky. But we make out on the deck, like under the moon and the stars on the Nile, and I'm like, I am not dead. It seems I'm still like straight, and like my body still works. I'm like, this is excellent news. Pandemic did not kill me. And that felt so nice. And then it was time to go home. And I was very, very sad to leave Egypt and just in denial that my life was not to be like an actual queen on the Nile for all of my days. And I had to like go back to my real life. And I was also not ready to say goodbye to the like pants sparkle, if you will, that was like taking place with this person. God damn it, Marsha, these balloons. There's 3 of them. I don't know, they feel weird. But like happy anniversary. So I'm on my way home, we're texting, and the texting is sexy. Sexting, I hate saying that word, it's like cheapens it. I don't know if you've ever texted like across languages or used like Google Translate. Yes, you have? No, you're just like agreeing that it might be weird. Yeah. It's so wonderful. And this is my anniversary present to this show. Here are some of my favorites. Medicine, can we see his from below? He texted me this. I think that was like a request for a sexy photo. Hard to say. I want you to water in me and I trust you. That's nice. That's nice. I think it's nice. To be fair, when he puts my sex through his Google Translate and reads them out loud in Arabic, you know the boat's laughing. Let's just be clear. Like, this goes both directions. This one says, I like to eat in nature. Who doesn't? Now you see, I know. This one, there's 2 more. Saving the best for last. This is my second favorite. 1 sentence, 1 question. Do you like to breastfeed? I don't know. I've never done it. And this was, for me, my favorite. I wish you and I in a bed and you are under a group of people who will breastfeed your lips and give you, and give you a quick cup of coffee until the end of the morning.